Well, my dad, since I got my first job at 16, has always said, buy a home, buy a home, buy a home. And I'm like, it seems so weird. And he's like, just get a group of friends together.
I just looked at the number of our yearly rent and I was like, we are spending, this is insane. Money just out into nowhere. Like, let's try and figure out a way to put our resources together.
When Robert and I decided to do this together, we just kind of had this like gray sense of, well, are people allowed to do that? And meeting you, Susanna, our agent, kind of were introduced to this idea of CoBuy and that it doesn't need to be as hard as it is.
I think CoBuy was most helpful in ironing out the details of how to make our funds work together, or asking ourselves questions about it that we might not have asked. Oh, you do need to consider this. They seem to have all the right questions ready to go.
But to have a structured sort of templatized agreement that we just could plug in our own personal information into.
Very helpful.
Yeah, it made it just, we didn't have to worry about the legalese. It kept us with a checklist of steps and clarity on what we were responsible for and what we could rely on like our team of people for. And if it's done in a way that you're protected and they're protected, it doesn't necessarily need to be something that is risky.
I do music stuff for a living and I'm telling my musician buddies that I bought a house and they're just flabbergasted.
Yeah. And the fact that I look at my future completely differently. I think I'm 41 and up until this point I've been like, all right, hopefully that Social Security thing works out. Or, I don't know, I'll keep buying lottery tickets once in a while.
A few months that we've owned the house, like it's appreciated what our rent was last year. So it seemed like a no-brainer. And even if the home wasn't appreciating, even if it was just staying, the idea that we're paying off the mortgage.
Yeah, it feels like we're putting money into savings instead of like money into the ether. For people who are considering this process, like it's so easy compared to what we thought it would be like. And the fact that
it could ruin somebody's relationship or make them stronger. And we've been fortunate that like the last few months we've been closer than we have in quite a while.
Actually, I recommend that anybody who's just gonna get married, they should buy a house together first. And if they make it through that, then they should get married.
Yeah, I think that's right, actually. Nailed it.